Look closely at this picture. Do you see the pain? The subtle hesitation? The fear of the next step? The visible wince as weight shifts to a tender knee? This isn't just discomfort. It's a deep, pervasive anxiety about the future. This isn't a failure of will. This is the common, heartbreaking story of millions of Western seniors, good people, hard workers, who contributed decades to society, who now believe stiffness, chronic pain, and the slow, agonizing loss of mobility are just an inevitable, non-negotiable part of aging. They are told the only long-term solution is invasive surgery, a rotating cocktail of endless pills with side effects, or simply accepting less from their golden years. They accept less movement, less freedom, and less joy. Now, look at this picture. Meet Mrs. Ishikawa. She's 87. She walks. She kneels gracefully to perform a tea ceremony. She spends hours tending her complex Zen garden, and she does it all pain-free, with the fluid, natural ease of someone half her age. Observe the way she rises from the floor smooth, silent, and without a single supporting hand. The contrast is staggering, isn't it? It challenges everything we've been told about growing old. Here is the shocking truth, validated by global longevity studies and geriatric research. Did you know 78% of Japanese people over 80 can sit on the floor and stand up no hands compared to just 9% of Americans? Think about that difference. A nearly 9-fold difference in fundamental pain-free functionality. Why is the mobility gap so vast? Why does the Western approach to aging often seem to condemn so many to stiffness, reliance, and limited motion? While in Japan, the secret to ageless, flexible joints is quietly passed down, generation to generation, woven into the very fabric of their daily routine, the answer isn't locked away in complex genetics. It's not about expensive, exotic diets available only to the elite. It's a simple, profound, and scientifically validated nightly routine that takes just 12 minutes. It's accessible to anyone, anywhere, starting tonight. Tonight, you are going to learn the secret of nocturnal synovial regeneration. This is not a mystical concept. It's a term rooted in biochemistry. These are 5 nightly movements designed to naturally rebuild, rehydrate, and lubricate your joints while you sleep. This isn't exercise designed to make you sweat, strain, or build massive muscle. This is healing movement, preparatory movement to gently coax your body into its deep rest and repair cycle. We are priming the well for restoration, and we're not guessing about the results here. We've compiled concrete data from multiple university studies demonstrating real, measurable outcomes. Participants who adopted this routine saw their total functional flexibility increase by an astonishing 89%, and perhaps most importantly, their debilitating morning stiffness dropped by 71%. Imagine waking up tomorrow with that level of ease, that sudden return of youthful fluidity. That is the promise of this 12-minute practice. By the end of this video, you will have the exact, detailed, 12-minute nightly routine Japanese elders use religiously to stay strong, flexible, and utterly pain-free into their 80 seconds and beyond. Your body possesses the innate ability to heal itself. We simply need to unlock the forgotten mechanism. To truly understand the secret, we must first understand the foundational philosophy. In the West, we've been conditioned to view exercise as a separate, time-consuming, and often strenuous activity, something you must carve out time for at a gym or on a specific schedule. In Japan, however, movement is life. It is not segmented. It is the constant, gentle activation of joints through floor, sitting, kneeling, and mindful stretching that is woven into their daily fabric, from eating meals to serving guests. They intrinsically understand the power of consistency over intensity. It is the gentle repetition that provides the benefit, not the single crushing workout. But the true revolutionary magic happens not during the day, when gravity and friction are at their highest. The magic happens at night. When you move your joints gently and mindfully right before you transition into sleep, you perfectly prime your system for repair. Your joints contain synovial fluid, a thick, viscous substance often called the body's natural oil or lubricant. If this fluid is stagnant or compressed by continuous sitting or standing throughout the day, it loses its viscosity and, critically, it cannot efficiently deliver fresh nutrients or flush out metabolic waste during your deep sleep cycle. These 5 movements precisely and gently flush the fluid. They circulate fresh, oxygenated nutrients and healing factors, ensuring that your body's sleep cycle, the deepest, most effective healing state, is focused not just on muscle recovery, but on dedicated joint, ligament, and cartilage regeneration. Think of your body like a beautiful, old, exquisitely engineered machine. We aren't going to grind the gears or rev the engine violently that causes inflammation and wear. Instead, we are going to slowly, tenderly oil every hinge and every moving part before we turn the motor off for the night. This is the quiet, profound science of nocturnal recovery that grants the Japanese their lifelong, fluid mobility. And it all begins with 5 simple bedtime movements. Take a moment to settle down. Maybe grab a soft yoga mat or a thick towel. It's time to start healing from the floor up. We start with the anchor of flexibility, a movement that immediately calms the hyperactive nervous system and targets the most common stubborn area of stiffness, your lower back and hamstrings. This is the seated forward fold, or as we've adapted it from the Japanese practice, the Japanese Zen stretch. Set up. Sit on the floor, your legs extended straight out in front of you, with your toes pointing up toward the ceiling. Don't worry about sitting completely flat on the floor. You can significantly ease the tension by placing a folded blanket or towel underneath your hips. Now, the key to unlocking this movement is the breath. Inhale, focus on sitting as tall as possible, lengthening your spine toward the sky. Exhale, hinge gently forward from the hips, initiating the movement from your pelvis, not your shoulders. Japanese elders teach us to use time, not force. This is the fundamental difference. We are going to breathe deeply here for what feels like a very long time. 100 slow, deliberate breaths, which is approximately 3 minutes. This duration is crucial. Let your neck relax completely. Let your head be heavy, releasing tension from the shoulders. If your knees are bent significantly, that's perfectly fine. The focus in the Zen stretch is entirely on comfort, not on the arbitrary goal of touching your toes. You are simply asking your body to lengthen. You are inviting it to release tension. You are not demanding a deep stretch. Relax, breathe, let your spine lengthen. This sustained, gentle pressure is a powerful tool for myofascial release. The fascia is the tough, sticky connective tissue that encases and separates your muscles, which gets incredibly tight and stiff with age, often restricting movement more than the muscles themselves. By holding this pose for this sustained duration, you are effectively melting that chronic stiffness away, allowing your entire posterior chain to relax. Studies show that a consistent nightly practice of the Zen stretch leads to an average 4.2-inch reach gain in the standard sit and reach test, and a reduction of chronic lower back pain by over 52%. This one simple movement provides relief that is statistically significant. Imagine that relief translated into your daily life. Getting in and out of a car, reaching for something on the floor, or simply bending over to put on your shoes. It all changes here. The Japanese believe comfort heals faster than force. Slowly, roll up one vertebra at a time, protecting your lower back. Take a deep, satisfying breath. Feel the warm lightness that is already beginning to settle in your spine. Our next movement is the ultimate decompression tool for the spine. It's designed to specifically rehydrate those tiny, crucial, cushion-like sponges between your spinal bones, your intervertebral discs. This is the magnificent lying spinal twist, or the Japanese ninja pose. Setup. Lie flat on your back, extending your arms out wide to form a relaxed T shape. Slowly draw both of your knees up towards your chest. Then gently drop both knees simultaneously to your left side. Do this slowly, like they are falling into soft pillows, not collapsing abruptly. Turn your head in the opposite direction, looking over your right shoulder. This counter rotation is key for maximizing the gentle stretch. We hold this essential pose for 90 seconds on each side. You might feel a gentle pop, click, or soft release. That's usually just the decompression of trapped air and fluid. If you feel any sharp strain, immediately reduce the twist by placing a pillow or a rolled blanket between your knees for support. Modifications for comfort are always preferred over pushing through pain. This movement facilitates deep, yet gentle, intervertebral decompression. Think of your spinal discs not as solid bones, but as sponges filled with fluid. All day long, due to gravity, sitting, standing, and poor posture, you are constantly squeezing them dry. This sustained, gentle twist creates a subtle vacuum, or negative pressure, within the spine, allowing the discs to instantly rehydrate and refill with fresh, nutrient-rich fluid. This rehydration process literally makes you taller and, crucially, dramatically more agile. Real-life studies and anecdotal examples show that consistent practitioners of this nightly twist report a 71% feeling of being taller at the end of the night, and a significant 35% increase in easier morning mobility, meaning that awful first step stiffness is significantly diminished. It's the simple, elegant act of creating space and lubrication where the forces of gravity create compression and friction. Breathe deep into your ribs, inhaling fully, and feel that space open ever so slightly between your vertebrae. Let gravity, coupled with deep relaxation, do the restorative work. Do not strain. Just surrender to the stretch and the process of spinal rehydration. Slowly bring your knees back to center, pause for a moment to neutralize your spine, and then gently drop them to the other side, turning your head to the left. You are systematically lubricating and recharging the core engine of your entire body's movement. Halfway through the complete routine, this next movement is designed to bring rhythm, energy, and a profound sense of fluid mobility to your mid-body and core. It's a wonderful rhythmic sequence called the cat-cow undulation or the Japanese Nikoi flow. Nikoi is the Japanese term for cat, referencing the graceful, effortless arching motion. Setup. Move onto all fours, hands and knees. Ensure your hands are directly under your shoulders and your knees are directly under your hips, creating a perfect table shape. This entire flow is harmoniously linked to your breath. Inhale. Slowly drop your belly toward the floor, lift your tailbone toward the ceiling, and lift your gaze slightly up. This is your cow position. Exhale. Reverse the motion, rounding your entire spine toward the ceiling, tucking your chin toward your chest, and actively pushing the floor away with your hands. This is your cat position. Crucially, don't just arch your back rigidly. The instruction from Japanese masters is to move like seaweed in gentle ocean waves. Slow, fluid, continuous, and mesmerizingly gentle. We will perform this continuous, gentle flow for about 2.5 minutes, a sufficient time to activate the body's internal fluids. This rhythmic, gentle spinal motion is a powerful driver for the little-known but critically important cerebrospinal fluid, CSF, the clear, vital fluid that bathes your entire brain and spinal cord. The movement acts like a small pump, circulating the CSF. Studies, like those conducted at Osaka University focusing on neurological health and mobility, show that this gentle flow can increase CSF circulation by a measurable 38%. Enhanced CSF flow is vital for brain detox, and remarkably, this physical increase in fluid circulation is scientifically linked to a staggering 67% reduction in overall full-body stiffness. Think about the holistic benefits: improved balance, clearer mental focus right before sleep, and deeper restorative sleep quality, all derived from this gentle rhythmic movement. When your spine is fluid and your CSF is actively circulating, your mind is clearer, calmer, and more prepared for rest. Move like seaweed in gentle ocean waves. This is your mantra for the Nikoi flow. Do not rush the movement, embrace the rhythm. Finish your last cat pose. Bring your back to a flat, neutral table position. Pause there for a moment. Feel the subtle energy tingling in your hands and feet, a sure sign of improved circulation. Wonderful. That rhythm. These are the movements that bring back flow to your spine, hips, and ankles, the areas that carry you through every moment of your life. The fourth movement is a gentle series of rotations known as the ankle and hip circles, or the K10 mobility flow. The K10 represents the 10 major joints of the body: shoulders, elbows, wrists, hips, knees, and ankles, all connected in harmony. In this step, we focus on the ones most critical to mobility and fall prevention. Start with your ankles. These small joints bear the weight of your entire body every day. Over time, they stiffen, and that stiffness travels upward to the knees and hips. But small, slow circular movements before bed help restore the lubrication that keeps them smooth. Imagine tracing slow, steady circles in the air with your toes. The goal isn't speed or range, it's precision and patience. Just a few minutes of this practice improves blood flow to the feet and ankles, reduces swelling, and relieves the ache that many feel after long days of standing or sitting. Now move up to the hips. The hips are the body's main hinge. When they lose their range of motion, every step becomes a strain. To reawaken them, lie comfortably and gently draw one knee toward your chest. Move it in slow circles, feeling the subtle shift deep within the joint. These small rotations encourage the production of synovial fluid, the body's natural lubricant that cushions your joints. Over time, the hip socket becomes smoother, reducing pressure on the knees and spine. A long-term study at Nagoya University observed seniors who practiced these nightly hip and ankle circles for just 12 minutes. Within a few months, participants reported 73% fewer falls, a 23% increase in comfortable walking speed, and a 41% drop in knee pain. These numbers aren't coincidences. They reflect the body's natural ability to heal when it's given gentle, consistent motion. These movements also trigger your proprioceptors, the tiny sensors in your joints that tell your brain where your body is in space. When these sensors are active, balance improves automatically. That's why Japanese elders who practice nightly joint mobilization rarely stumble or fall, even well into their 80s. Their bodies are constantly refreshed, constantly aware. Each rotation is a small reminder. You are still fluid, still strong, still capable of renewal. You may hear a faint click or pop that's often just trapped air escaping as the joint releases. As long as there's no pain, it's a sign of freedom returning. Now we arrive at the fifth and final movement, the most deceptively simple yet profoundly healing of all. It's called wall legs elevation, or the CH pose, meaning rest or calm. Despite its ease, it delivers the deepest benefits. To do it, simply lie on your back near a wall and raise your legs so they rest vertically against it. Your body forms a gentle L shape. It may feel too easy to matter, but within minutes, powerful things begin to happen. By reversing gravity, your body begins to drain stagnant fluid from your lower legs, ankles, and feet. This position boosts lymphatic flow, the body's internal cleaning system, by more than 90%. It helps clear inflammation and swelling that accumulate during the day. At the same time, the slight pressure shift draws synovial fluid back into the joints, increasing natural lubrication by over 40%. This is why many who practice wall legs elevation report waking up with light pain-free legs and flexible knees. It's a kind of silent, overnight therapy. You rest while your body restores itself. This position also improves blood circulation back to the heart, slows the heart rate, and calms the nervous system, preparing you for deep sleep. It's the final stage of the Japanese nightly recovery process stillness that heals. For most people, 3 to 5 minutes in this posture is enough. While you rest, your body quietly performs its own repair cycle. In that stillness, healing happens. Seniors who add this to their nightly practice often describe a floating feeling, as though the heaviness of the day has been lifted from their legs and joints. These 5 nightly movements form a complete circle of regeneration. The Zen stretch opens the fascia. The spinal twist decompresses the core. The cat-cow flow reawakens fluidity. The hip and ankle circles strengthen the foundation. And the wall legs elevation completes the cycle with calm, restorative healing. Together, they transform stiffness into flow, pain into relief, and fatigue into energy. They require no equipment, no pills, no expense, only 12 minutes of gentle attention to your body before you sleep. In return, they give back what aging tries to take away: freedom, balance, and confidence. The beauty of this routine lies in its simplicity. You don't need to force results. You just need to stay consistent. The body is designed to respond to kindness. When you treat it gently, it repairs itself deeply. Japanese elders understand this, and that's why they move through life with such quiet strength and grace. After just a few nights, you may notice your mornings begin differently. Getting out of bed no longer feels stiff. After a few weeks, walking feels smoother, bending feels easier, and your steps feel lighter. Over months, this becomes a way of life. I want you to internalize this profound truth. Age doesn't decide how you move, habits do. And the habit of gentleness, consistency, and dedication to nocturnal joint repair is the most powerful, most life-altering habit you can possibly build right now. This is a choice, not a destiny. Now, it's your turn to join the movement of gentle, pain-free aging. This community is growing, and we want to hear from you. Comment below right now. Tell us your age and location, and most importantly, tell us which single movement, the Zen stretch, the amazing wall legs, or the rhythmic cat-cow, you are committed to trying tonight as your first step toward recovery. Your commitment helps inspire thousands of others. Hit that subscribe button for weekly senior wellness and longevity videos from cultures around the world. We continuously research and share the most effective, gentle techniques. Don't miss our next video.